Hello, everyone. Allow me to introduce myself and what I'm talking about. My name is Michelle. I am a mom of 12 amazing kids, and I have baby 13 on the way. And that just means that I've been stood up one more day. That makes twice this week. What the heck? Or at least in the last 5 days. And it has been insane because I've had 12 kids, even lost one. I didn't count that one in the 12. But why is this happening? It doesn't make any sense, right? um, a lot of times that happens. It's not abnormal for women to have false labor. It's not abnormal for women to have a false run and to have false contractions or contractions that you think are getting worked up and they're building up and they're getting worse, and then all of a sudden they die off and nothing happens. But it's not real typical for someone with as many kids as I have to have that happen so much. And what I mean by that is here I am, I'm expecting, and here I thought I was going to, and I still did a lot of work. It's not like it was just contractions. I mean, there was stuff moving. The baby was getting placed correctly on there, spinning out. Hi, Ron and Sherry. Hi, Kat. Hi, Heather. Hi, CK. So the thing is just with that baby not going crazy in there, and she's moving around, she just decided to take another day off. So she worked really hard the one day, took the day off, and then worked really hard yesterday, and then took the day off today. And I'm just like, that's so crazy. Now, what I think is craziest is that I, as a midwife, and I, as a mom of so many kids, don't get me wrong, I've had a couple of babies who were slow and low like this. Both girls. Well, my first daughter was born in the hospital, so she didn't have a choice but to be evicted when the doctor said, right? But the two that were born at home of my daughters, Sunshine and Daily Joy, they both were a lot more pokey than the boys. Now, is that normal for the estrogen versus testosterone? I don't know. But for me, in my case, it totally is. And there's no denying it that the girls had a mind of their own and they made their own decision and they came winning well. They were good and ready. So there's not a lot I can say to help them out, right? Hi, Gretchen. Thanks for being here. Hope you're feeling all right. So I just think that, she, when I had Sunshine, I remember we waited all day, and I'd had a false alarm already, and I finally had her, and it took a long time before it finally was time. And the same with Daily Joy. The midwife had come the one day, and we, tried to see why things weren't going, and if they would progress, and they were progressing for a little bit, and then they just stopped. The next time when she came, we just kept everybody out of the room till I got to where I needed to be, and then they came in for the actual delivery. So for this baby, we've tried each of those things for these last 2 days, the last 2 days that were false alarms. So I just think that the strangest part about it is it doesn't weird me out that I've had false alarms, because the good thing is the membranes are still intact, my water hasn't broke, but I've never stayed at a 4 for more than a day. And this is like 3 days at a 4. And that is unusual for me. Now, I've never also had the experience where there was any blood or pink. You go potty, sometimes you wipe when you're getting close to having the baby and it's pink. And I've had that off and on for the last 3 or 4 days. And that to me is unusual. It's not a bad sign. It doesn't mean anything's wrong, because it's not like I'm bleeding fresh blood. It's just pink. And I'm like, this is so crazy that this is going on. And I just don't know what to think of it. So I had no choice after taking yesterday off, making that my free day, but to make today my back to my routines, because the routines are what give me help me feel centered. They help me stay focused. They give me direction, and it just makes my life so much better when I follow a routine. Otherwise, I'm lost and I just don't know what to do. My head's spinning, and I was able to just get my morning routine finished. The kids and I got to school, and that we were able to just take care of all the things that we needed so that that I could be here like this today. Oh, thanks, Mr. B. The good thing is that I'm not going to rush this little girl out of my womb. I'm going to let her come when she's good and ready. And her heart rate is perfect. My heart rate's good. So we've got a good team action going on here. There's no reason for her being alarmed. And you know, no offense to anybody who goes to the hospital, but you tell me when you could go to the doctor and be in this position and that they wouldn't just induce you, turn up the Pitocin, or cut you open. Like, that's what's going to happen. They're not going to allow nature to take its course because they don't have time for that. They've got a golf match to go to, or a vacation, or an appointment they need to make, or a lunch date they need to go on. They don't have time to wait around like I'm waiting around for this little arrival. And I do know, I know, right, Lorena? I do know that when she's ready, she will come. And if she's not ready, well, you know what I did was I started eating ice cream again. So maybe she was enjoying that extra nutrition. The boys ran and got a bunch for me the one day because I was wanting some. So I just have a little dish every day. But I'm like, I bet you she's just fattening up for me. She wants to impress some of you who put up those big numbers and saying, oh, we want 9-pounders and 8-pounders and 7.5-pounders, because you never know how big she's going to be. Because I really am, I challenged the doctor. He said, well, she was at 5'15" supposedly, even though 6'2" was the first takedown, but then they adjusted the numbers and changed everything so that she was actually going to be 5'12", and I just said, well, that's still gaining 2 pounds from the last time 4 weeks ago that they guessed her weight. I said, I'm hoping for a 7-pound maybe. And he said, well, I wouldn't count on that. You'll be lucky to get 6.5. And I'm like, well, he doesn't know me. He doesn't know my body. And he certainly doesn't know my babies. Because my babies will plump up every chance they get. They get cords. They're like this big. They're just a big old sucking straw trying to get all the nutrition they can. So let me read what's going on here. I feel like I'm missing so much. Let's see. Oh my goodness, everybody's here. I'm so happy to see you all. Yay, my cat's here. Heather's here. Sherry's here. CK's here. Shoot. I should write that down. You're Sandra, right? No, Meoweth Giggles. I can't remember. That's pregnancy brain. I've got to write these down. Gretchen's here. And now I'll answer all your questions. Lorena's here. And Molly's here, and we're doing good. Okay, so, yes, false alarm again, Heather. Go figure. That's why I said I was stood up again. Not fair. And hopefully it will be gentle. I doubt gentle is the right word, but fast and easy, that I'm hoping for. And then, do I think I've dilated anymore? No, I have not. Have I thinned more? Yes, I think I'm going to be paper thin by the time this baby delivers. Just that's what's kind of weird, Heather, is that normally you thin out it thins out while you're dilating. It kind of goes hand in hand. So it's but it's not abnormal for someone who's got so many kids for the body to just do whatever they want, and especially at 47 years old. Maybe it's just being kind to me, right? Oh, you're feeling better and you got out of the hospital. Hip, hip, hooray, Gretchen. That's so exciting. Oh, my goodness. That is just terrific. That is good news. Now you can get back to normal life in your own bed, in your own home. It always feels so much better than in the hospital, right? Yeah, you've been in all of our prayers, Gretchen. So I don't know if Mr. B says I'm awesome or Gretchen is awesome, because we both deserve a trophy. Yeah, you had, well, it's not like it's Bloody Show. It's different. I had Bloody Show one day. It's just the pink where it's like the membranes are stripping. When the membranes are stripping, a lot of time you get pink or a little Bloody Show. And that's what I've been having over and over. So it's crazy. Let's see, who else came in? Let's see. Oh, I'm missing it all. You were sure I delivered today, right, Lorena? I was wishing. Oh, Kat, you're so sweet, saying I look gorgeous and I'm glowing. You guys are so sweet. Oh my gosh. Um, you know, that's right. When the apple is ripe, she will fall from the tree. That's my motto. Well, you know what? I do have fast and easy deliveries. That's what's so unique about this one. Usually my babies are born at 40 weeks or after 40 weeks, at least my natural birth babies. I don't generally have early birth, so it's unusual for me to have signs to deliver 2 weeks before the actual 40 weeks is up, right? So, well, she was just shy of 49 weeks, but that part's what's weird for me is I've never had one go early. The earliest babies I've had were the ones that were born in the hospital, which were the first two, and then my twins came at 39 weeks and 3 days. So, but other babies were 40, 41, almost 42 weeks. So for me, this is unusual, but it's an unusual baby, right? She got a little bit of a heart problem. Maybe things go back and forth. Maybe one day her body thinks she needs to get out and then it says, oh wait, you know, the situation has gotten better, so you don't need to come. I don't know. I just am guessing. Who knows what the baby thinks. Hi, Fran. It's good to have you. Let's see, and that's the other thing is most of my babies, especially the boys, they just all of a sudden they're there and I'm good to go. Hi, Joanna. I'm so glad you're here. You made it. Mr. B says I'm his hero. That's so funny. That's so funny. Yes, that's what I said just a little bit ago. It's her prerogative to change her mind and take her time. Amen. And then, hi, Denise. Oh, you're so sweet. I have just appreciated all the kind words you've said. You guys have said so many comments. Everybody's so sweet and concerned and saying prayers for me. And I need it, you know, because I don't want my morale to be down. I don't want to be sad. I just want to be happy. So I just am acting like she's coming at 40 weeks now. And if I get surprised earlier, we're ready. We've all had the run through a couple of times. Everybody knows their part, where they're supposed to be, with, you know, kind of how I am. So everybody's ready, but it's just not time yet. And so I just am relying on the routines that I have and that are set for me. Sure, I'm taking it easy on them. And I'm making sure that I relax a lot and I just kick back and trying to eat right and just do things right. And then I might have a chance of just getting in a few more days, because every day just gives her another couple of ounces that could equal another pound. And then we could get in that 7-pound club, which I'm really rooting for. I really, really am hoping for a 7-pound baby, because that's going to help her, especially in the long run if she needs surgery. That'll help her put on weight, because you know they're going to lose a pound. After a baby's born, they always within the first few days lose a pound. And that's just devastating if a baby's 6 pounds, right? Then they're dropping down to 5 pounds. If a baby's 5 pounds, they're dropping down to 4 pounds. That's kind of scary. So you want them up in the 7 pounds. So if they lose a pound, it's not as big a deal. It's like my granddaughter. She was born, she's just a little over 6 pounds. She lost a pound, got down to 5 pounds. She's just now, you know, she was born like the 18th of December, somewhere around there, right before Christmas. And now here she is in February, 11 pounds. So that's what you want to see, is that great growth, because they want to be able to do that heart surgery. And if she's got that weight on her, then she'll be able to have that heart surgery more successfully, because she'll obviously lose weight with that. And that's just, So yeah, that's where I'm at. But I'm just playing. You know, what I'm having a hard time doing is making dinner. My husband's been taking over, but he's buying food that's not working for me. So I'm eating like an Orange Julius for dinner, or a V8, because he's like got these cheap Totino's pizzas or frozen burritos, and I'm like, ugh, not for me. That does not feel good. Thank you, Lorena. That's what I'm praying for. I'm praying for miracles, that maybe she won't even need surgery, that maybe it all gets better, and that would be really cool. And even if so, that maybe she can wait. And yes, Sherry, I am waiting on her name, because if she's got Down syndrome, then I want to be able to have it be an easy name. If she does not have Down syndrome, then I will have a 3-syllable name. So that will work for us, and I'm getting so excited. And it's just a guessing game, because I don't know when she's coming. I know, Brandy, wouldn't that be awesome? How are you? I'm so glad you're here. I'm hoping she won't have surgery at all too. Okay, new guest, 7-2-19-5, and birthday is this Friday. Okay, I'll take it. That will be fun. hopefully that works out. Hopefully she'll come on. Because Thursday I have an appointment with the doctor for monitoring again. And I have an appointment with my midwife. And on Saturday is a daddy-daughter date for my 10-year-old daughter, well, 9-year-old daughter and her dad. So I don't want him to be taken away. I don't want to take him away from me, but I don't want to take him away from her. So hopefully it doesn't, because they only do daddy-daughter dates once a year. So that's just kind of hard. We'll see. She's been in control this whole time. I guess she can do whatever she wants. And she'll let Daly know if she's coming to take over, right? Yeah. That's what I figure. I've heard a lot of people do that with Down syndrome kids. They'll go ahead and give them a long name, and I'm just like, that's just doesn't make sense. And then you can't understand them, and they feel bad, and they have a hard time saying it, or will never say it, let alone be able to spell it. And I just think that's cruel and unusual punishment. So that's where I'm at with that. Sounds good to me. But yeah, so I'm hoping I can make my chicken soup. I told my husband, could you please just rinse the chicken, because it's kind of grossing me out right now. I don't know why. I don't mind cutting up the vegetables and getting the soup going, but I just really want chicken soup, and so I'm hoping that works out. So you guys, what do you think? What are your guesses? Yeah, you like the new guess? Do you think that I'm just, what advice would you give me at 39 weeks, because I was 38 weeks yesterday, 39 weeks yesterday. So what do you think are some things that I should do besides watch television and YouTube? Do you have any ideas? My husband and I thought we should go to the movie theater. I'm like, there again, it's electronics. Like, maybe we could go for a hike up in the mountain. And he's like, no way, because then you're gonna have the baby in the mountain and that just won't work. So I kind of got to stay close to home, I guess. And I just need to do something, right? Because you start getting cabin fever. Swimming, that's a great idea. Shoot, I think I was supposed to take my son. Today's Tuesday, right? Darn it, I missed it. Whatever. Excuse me, dehydration. Not really, I just drink a lot of water. Walking is a little bit. You know, they say that won't really induce labor, but it does feel good, so I'm gonna probably do some walking. I have 4 books I'm reading. Thank you very much. What was that? Who was that? Fred Apple? I have some really good books. You know what? I thought about that, Sherry, and that's a good reminder. That's what I was hoping for, is a couple reminders of something I wanted to do. I just got the baby book in. I'm going to go get it so I can show it to you, okay? If you remember the baby's room, thank you for waiting. How we decorated the baby's room. I ordered this baby book off of Amazon, and I just thought it went so well with her bedroom. You probably could see a little bit if the glare wasn't there. But I picked up this baby book, and I haven't wrote a thing in it. Look at that. Welcome, sweet baby. And it just has cute stripes, and that's kind of how her bedroom is. None of it matches. It's all kind of just different things, and I love that about this book. It just reminded me of how her room is. Yeah. So that's it. And I'm really excited about it. Oh, thank you, ladies. What did you say, Sherry? Or Gretchen? Yeah, exactly. She said that chicken soup would be so good to get that protein before the day. Exactly. And you have a new guest. Joanna has a new guest at 7 pounds, 9 ounces, 20, and board 223. Perfect. You could swim whenever you want. You just don't want to swim after your water's broke, Kat. Once your water's broke, you want to be careful of the water you're in. Like, they tell you don't take a bath after your water's broke, but I disagree with that. But I do agree with taking a shower, cleansing yourself, washing with shampoo and soap, getting all clean, then taking your bath. That way you're clean and there's no risk of infection. That is better. The same with after you have a baby. You know, they say don't take a bath for so many days because you're at risk for infection, but really that's what you need to do, is just be clean when you get in the bath so that you're soaking in good water and not nasty water. And Gretchen said, it's hard to give you advice after you had 12 babies. You give advice to us. Well, that's not what I mean, but you're hilarious. I just mean when you're in a situation where your brain's foggy, it just isn't working as good. Because no matter the fact I've had 12 kids, you still start losing that brain, and it's all focused in a different thing. Thank you, Heather. It's a big suggestion. That's another thing. You know, they tell moms when you get an episiotomy, right? They tell you, just wash with this Perrier and put this little pad on there and put some light on it. And I'm like, that is the most painful thing I have ever suffered through, I believe, is that episiotomy I had with baby number 1. And I would never wish that upon anyone. And then when I had my 3rd baby, which I had at home, I had leaned to the side a little bit when I was squatting, and I got a little hairline tear, smaller than my pinky nail, which is very short. And it was a small little tear. And I just grabbed some bag balm, you know, that good old bag balm they use for cows' udders. And I put some of that on it because it's a healing balm. And I was healed within 3 days, whereas the hospital way, it took weeks, months for the healing to take place. So that bag balm, I use that for nipples because you get chapped on there after nursing for a few days. You can put that on there. It doesn't even bother the baby. The baby doesn't even notice it. You can just put it on there and it just feels so good. You know, and that's another thing. You can wipe your nipples off to make sure you don't have milk on there left over, which causes sometimes thrush in the baby's mouth. So, you know, just staying clean and helping those germs not grow. Because think about it, saliva has bacteria in it and it will multiply and grow after a few days. So keep it clean. That's all. It's not a big deal. It's just, like you said, common sense. So those are some fun things that I know that I will be doing. Those are the things I can't forget. They're like locked in my brain, right? But as far as being in labor, I rarely sit around in labor. Hi, Angie. I rarely sit around in labor. Like, I'll just give you a fast run of my kids, all right? So the first baby, the doctor said, oh, well, the baby's ready. You can have the baby on this day. So we went in, had the baby on that day. The second baby, we lived in Utah. We were driving up and down. The pressure from driving that altitude to this altitude kept causing contractions, made me think I was in labor. So the doctor said, yeah, it's a good time. Let's go ahead and induce him, even though he was 4 to 6 weeks early, and that should have never happened. It was a mess. The third baby, he got to come full term. He was my first full term baby, and he was kind of taking his time as far as I had no idea I was in labor, and then all of a sudden I knew, and I had the baby 3 hours later. So that was kind of a surprise. Same with the fourth baby. I only had 4 hours of labor with him, and my husband didn't even make it to that birth because he was clear working in the mountains. And then my fifth baby, which was baby Night, he was kind of a little bit longer. Like I sat in this place a little bit, you know, between 5 and 7, and then once he got to a 7, I just took off and it was done. That was a funny story. Baby 6 was funny because I just felt kind of groggy like I did the other day, and I just was not feeling a lot of energy, but my husband was going to work and I was so sad, and I just said, I just want you to stay with me, don't leave. And he said, honey, I gotta go to work. And I'm like, I know, I just want to spend a little more time with you, because he was working these crazy hours at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then he would do that graveyard shift. Well, we went to the gas station and he went inside to get a refill, and I was sitting in the car and I just was patting on my belly, and I was like, baby, when are you coming? When are you going to be here? And I'm just kind of patting on my belly. Yeah, you can't see it, but that's what I'm doing. I'm just patting on my belly. And yeah, right. I just noticed it was getting dark outside. And I was patting on my belly, and all of a sudden my water broke right there in the car, and I was like, ah! So when he came back, I'm like, you don't get to go to work today. We're having a baby. And 45 minutes later, the baby was born. We barely had enough time to just get undressed and call the help that was supposed to take the kids. I mean, it was fast. And then I had, well, I had Sunshine in there somewhere, and that was the long birth. She was before night. And then I had Ozias. It was, yeah, after Chantry, I had Ozias. Ozias was like, I was in bed, sleeping away, and I woke up saying, I think I'm in labor, and my husband was still sleeping. I didn't want to wake him up. I wanted to kind of judge whether I was in labor or not, so I went in and washed some dishes, and I was like, I think I'm definitely in labor. Went into the bedroom, woke up my husband. I think I'm going to have the baby. So he checked me. He's like, you're at least at 8. So that was hilarious. He came really fast. He came within an hour after that. Then baby 9 was Rush. Now Rush was a big boy. That was a 10-pound baby boy. Oh my gosh. And he took a little bit just working his way down. And I kept squatting, and with him I couldn't do a full squat. I had to do a half squat just to get him out. And you know, when my babies come out, their head comes out, and then their body starts to turn after they take a lull of a second, and then their head turns to adjust for their shoulders to come out, and then those shoulders come out, and I grab them right underneath their arms when they do that, and lift them up and put them right on my chest, and I'm bare-chested when I give birth. So that 10-pound baby about knocked me over. And then after that was Daily Joy, like I said, and she was, she took her sweet time and had us all confused. But once I know she's coming, it happens really fast. And then the twins, that's a whole nother ball game, but they took a little while each, but that's twins for you. So that was just, you know, quick rundown to let you know that none of them are different. None of them are the same. They're all very different, but they, you know, they've never been that long. This one's just, I've never had a false alarm like this. I've only had about 1 false alarm per each baby, not this many. So let's see. Never seen Bag Balm. Well, I could get that for you. Are you having, let's see, are your kids having a hard time waiting for the baby? Sherry said. No, they're not. They're excited. They're wondering, and I'm like, well, you guys are usually asleep when I go into labor, and then when you wake up, there's a new baby. So of course it looks like it's no big deal to you. I don't have my kids all come in. My girls usually do. Isn't it wonderful? It does. It works wonders. You know, I knew about it long before I heard about Shania Twain. She always uses it for lotion on her hands, and she puts socks on her hands to keep her hands so soft, because people were always wondering. And I just thought that was so cute. But yeah, Bag Balm's the bomb. Actually, I'll go get it if you want. Your youngest was 10-pound 9. Oh, girl, you're in the double-digit club, Joanna. 9 ounces. Yeah. Because that's what they look like, right? A 3-month-old, you're so thankful when they lose that pound, right? And then they're only 9 pounds, but they're heavy. My twins are, one is before midnight and one is after midnight. They actually have 12 hours between the two of them. My uterus was very tired by the time they had come, by that second one had come. Do the kids not wake up when you're in labor? No, I'm quiet. I might moan or grunt a little bit, but they can't hear that. Yeah, my twins have different birthdays. One's born on the 7th of July, one's the 8th of July. That was kind of fun. I was hoping they would come on the same day, because I didn't want people to freak out about that. Some people said, you should fudge, and you should put that they were both born on the 7th, and I'm like, but they weren't. So to me, that makes no sense. Why would I lie and say they were born on the same day when they weren't? They're like, oh, it'll cause problems, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how does one before midnight and one after midnight cause problems? That makes no sense to me. So I just did what was honest and true and put them on the 2 different days, because that's how they wanted it and that's how they chose it. If you just give me a second, I'll grab the Bag Balm. Is that all right with y'all? I'll be right back. So here we are. This Bag Balm I'm bragging about and talking about is right here. It's in a little can like this. You can usually get it at your local CVS, Walgreens, just, what are those called? Pharmacy, your local pharmacy store. And it's awesome. It's, if you haven't seen it, it just talks about how it's good for so many things. It says for chapped conditions and superficial abrasions, after each milking, apply thoroughly and allow coating to remain on the surface. This protective ointment helps to keep surface tissue moist and soft. In case of deep puncture wounds, seek medical attention. Discontinue if a rash occurs, and keep this and all medications away from children. But we use this stuff everywhere, on our lips. If you have a little dryness, especially living in Vegas, there's a lot of dryness, and it just has worked like a charm. And I'll show it to you. It's kind of Vaseline-like. You see it? It's just an ointment, and this was laying in my cabinet like this. So if it just gets a little warm, it misshapes. And you can use a Q-tip to grab it, or just a clean finger, whatever you want, and it works really fabulous. So let's see. What else did you say? It costs no more than $5 a can. And you could buy them in little minis. I should have grabbed that one. I got a little mini one at Christmas. It's so cute. I love it. It's unique that they have different birthdays. Yeah. Oh, that's so fun. And you know what else is? Right now I go ahead and celebrate them on the same day, because it doesn't make sense to do 2 birthdays, 2 different days. But as they get a little older, I don't mind if we split the birthdays up. That's funny. I just don't labor like that. I'm very quiet when I'm in labor. Oh, that's okay, Angie. You can come back anytime. Yeah, no baby yet. And believe me, though, once the baby's born, you will know. It will be all over Facebook, all over YouTube, all over Instagram. I will tell everybody, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, whatever happened, I will tell everybody. Maybe not that second, but yeah, I got mine at Walmart too. But our Walmart carries it 50-50. Like sometimes they carry it, sometimes they can't. No, Stephanie, sorry you're in late. No big deal. Nothing exciting is going on. She's taking the day off again. No, but you know what, Lorena? Check it out. Can you believe this, Lorena? Oh, good, Heather. I hope that's a good thing. I hope you're selling your house. Hope you have a good offer in. Yes, it's not really an herb, but it's good stuff. So here's the thing. Here's my belly, right, Lorena? This belly. Right here, what you see is some veins. But when I'm not pregnant, you can't see those. I don't have not one stretch mark. All I have is some impressions. Can you see that at all? I don't know if you can see it very well. But there's no stretch marks. I don't know how I had 12 kids. I don't know how I had twins and never got any stretch marks. I do have a couple right here on the side of the breast, but that's it. And I don't know why. And then my poor daughter, she got tons of stretch marks going straight up, but she found this cream, this really great cream that has faded her stretch marks. Not perfectly, but really well. And she wishes she'd have had it before her birth, because it could have helped. So I'll have to ask her and get back to you on that, and see if she can hook you up with that, because that is very helpful for stretch marks. I just took all my vitamins and hoped it worked out, and somehow for me, I just got lucky. My mom doesn't have any stretch marks either. I see home births, and they make a tea to put in the tub for mom and baby afterwards. Usually you would put in red raspberry tea to drink. The only thing I put in a bathtub is ginger. One great thing about ginger herb is that when you're in labor, if you're having false labor or not, if you're having labor and you're not sure if it's real, if you get in the ginger bath, it will slow down your contractions and stop them. Although I didn't do it, I just was not thinking about it. That is a age-old trick. It's not a wives' tale, it's a trick, and it works. You just put that ginger, you put a couple of tablespoons in it, turns the bathtub, looks like you have baby poop in the tub. You have to get over that, because it feels amazing. And then if you are in labor, guess what? It relaxes you, but it doesn't stop the labor. So it's pretty miraculous. Love that about ginger. And then, yeah, great genes is right. But my poor daughter didn't get my genes. Oh, good girl, Lorena. You should get up to a quart a day if you can. Like, don't go at it right off the bat, but build up to it and try to, you know what? I've never tried that, Lorena, but you could definitely try that. But that red raspberry tea, that's what I do is I have my girls get up to a quart a day of red raspberry tea, and also drinking quite a bit of water every day, more than this, 2 or 3 of these if you can. I drink 4 of them because I'm always thirsty. I live in the desert though, depending on where you live and how much water and salt you need. But I add a little bit of magnesium to this thanks to my friend CK who brought me the flakes over. That was really great. I do that still to this day. But there's a lot of little tricks that, oh, yeah, that's hard. So just those are some tricks that you don't stop. If you're thirsty, keep drinking the water. You might need a little salt. You might need a little, you know, something in it, but whatever it is, just keep drinking it. Now, I do know there's a difference with feeling thirsty of whether you have an alkaline or an acidic water. So kind of check into that and try the different ones, because we tested drinking the other ones, and this is the only one that quenched my thirst. But now I'm getting to where this isn't enough. I need ice water in the morning with a fresh lemon squeezed in it. That does the trick and satisfies me, quenches my thirst. It's just fabulous. Look at all these tricks I'm giving you today. Aren't that so cool? Yeah, there's just, well, thank you, CK. I just, it's just trial and error, right? And anything I learned along the way that works, just like that. Yeah, right. I can't blame her. Smart water is the best for me. But you learn these tricks and you just want to share them because you want everybody else to be happy too. And you know, it just seems like everybody tries to make everything so miserable for pregnant women, and they don't want to help them have an easy, happy birth. And I knew after my first 2 babies that if I wanted a large family, I had to change things, because if I didn't, then I didn't want any more kids, because it sucks laying down flat on your back to have a baby. If you can have any incline position, it's going to help you immensely, taking off pain and taking off the intensity of the contractions, as well as gravity working with you and helping bring that baby down. But you know, it's kind of hard sitting on your butt. It's just hard. If you can get in any squatting position, it makes such a difference, because I feel so empowered when I do it like that. It just feels so natural. It closes the amount of space the baby has to pass through, and it just feels amazing. But I only do that right when the baby's getting ready to, like after I'm at 10. That's when I do that. Hello, Charlie. Yeah, so, did I lose track? Was I talking about something I messed up? I don't know. Get loopy after a while, right? We've been on here for 37 minutes, girls. Go check that out. What are we doing? Is it time for dinner? Hopefully your dinner's cooking. Mine's not. However, I need to get it going. Let's see if there was something else. Yeah, it's just fun. I need to go too, Sherry. We all should go. We probably all have things we need to do. You ladies take care. Have a great night. Am I enjoying my yoga ball? Absolutely, Kat. You should see me, man. I get my hips a-going. I get rolling and back and forth and bouncing. And, oh, it's heavenly. It feels great. But it doesn't do a lot of good for bringing on contractions. At least, and I rock out pretty good on it, but it's not doing a lot. So, but it does take pressure off the tailbone. So my yoga ball is in my bathroom, in my master bathroom. And it's a big one. It's gray, and I got it from Walmart for like $12 to $15. And I'm so happy I got it. It's wonderful. Oh, thank you, Mama Gaya. I don't know what your name is, but D, I'll take that. All right, ladies, have a great night. We'll see you here tomorrow. And I hope that you are learning lots. Okay, Dennis, that's awesome. But hopefully you'll just have a good night, and you'll be able to get all your routines done, and that you will check out Fly Lady Kat so you can be mentored morning and night, and she'll keep you motivated so you can keep doing the things that you need to do, and there's no reason not to listen to her. She's got all kinds of fun conversations and stuff just like we do, and she's just as real as can be, and I just appreciate her so much. So Take care, and we will see you. I already did. You missed it. Good luck, Charlie. I even showed my belly, so there you go. You'll have to go back and watch it. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.